In this video, I'm going to walk you through exactly how I build this large layered arch from start to finish. It's made of two separate pieces that come together to form a 7 feet tall and 6 feet wide structure. And trust me, this thing makes a statement. It will definitely brighten up any event decoration setup. It adds that high-end, custom-built look that stands out. You can also paint it any color to match your style. And I get it, this arch might seem intimidating at first. I thought the same thing when I first decided to build it. How do you keep everything aligned? How do you make the layers seamless? The good news is it's way easier than it looks. Let me show you. I'm working in my 2-car garage, working right on the floor. For the big 4x8 sheets of plywood, it's just easier. I lay down a sheet of pink insulation foam to protect my floor and make cutting more manageable for these large pieces of plywood. For this build, I used about 4.5 sheets of half-inch birch plywood and almost one full sheet of bendable plywood. For most of my projects, I'm using a birch plywood half-inch. It's perfect plywood. It has beautiful appearance, very easy to work with, it's still a hardwood, and you don't need to go any thicker because 3/4, like 3/4 inch plywood is just way too heavy. It's overkill for this type of projects. I cut 4 panels down to size. 2 for the front and 2 for the back. Then I lay 2 of them side by side to form the front wall of the arch. To get those layered curves just right, I used an aluminum ruler with holes I drilled in myself. Kind of like a giant compass. That allowed me to draw 4 clear arches. The first one 11-inch thick one, and then 3 more layers at 3-inch each. Once the shape were drawn, it was time to cut. I started to make straight cuts using my track saw with guide rails. After that, I moved on to the jigsaw to keep cutting those curves. After cutting both sides of the arch, I will label each of them to make sure I don't mix them up with, let's say for the left ones, I will mark them L1, L2, L3, L4, and for the right ones, R1, R2, R3, R4, to stay organized. That step saves me a ton of time during assembly. Next, I repeated the same layout process for the back panel. Again, I lay down 2 panels, make sure they are perfectly aligned. I connected them with a few pieces of scrap wood to make sure nothing moves around while I'm working. But this time the arch was one solid shape, no layers, so it's a lot easier. But I gave it an extra depth by cutting at 23 inches thick curve to match the front layers stuck together and to add that one more layer. Again, I used the same cutting process, mark everything clearly, cut slowly with the jigsaw, then clean up the straight side with the track saw. To connect the front and back, I needed a stair-shaped support pieces and rectangular blocks. I cut 8 stair-shaped pieces. You can cut these by hands or use a router with a flash trim bit to cut one piece and use it as a template. Either way, make sure they are consistent and all of them look exactly the same. The smaller rectangular support pieces are super simple to cut. It's just rectangular pieces. With everything ready, I laid the back panel flat and started gluing and nailing the support pieces into place. I used corner clamps for 90-degree precision and followed my earlier pencil markings so I wouldn't miss the support when nailing. Once the supports were on, I glued and nailed each of the front curved layers one at a time, starting with the biggest and working my way in. Labeling the layers earlier made this part super easy. I followed the exact same steps to build the second half of the arch. Now it was time to cover the whole thing with bendable plywood. I used 1/4 inch thick bendable plywood cut into long strips. For the outer curve, I got 11-inch wide strips to give myself some wiggle room. For the inner layers, I cut 8 thinner strips about 2.5 inches wide, again leaving a bit of extra width to trim later. Using glue and 3/8 inch small nails, I attached the strips one at a time. I made sure everything was a bit oversized so I could clean it up later with a router. Now I moved on to the outer curve. Using the same bendable plywood, 1/4 inch thick, I attached it in place. And as you can see here, one full 8-foot strip wasn't enough to cover the entire curve, just like I told you before. So I added a small extension piece. I also placed a support block underneath to keep it secured and flush. Once the bendable plywood was on, I trimmed all the overhangs using a flash trim bit with my compact router. And this process gives the arch its clean, seamless look. Now I'm gonna move to the back. On the back wall, I need to cut 3 utility holes. One at the top for joining the 2 halves together. One near the bottom for an option to put a sandbag in. And one in the middle for built-in handle. I also rounded over the whole edges with a round over bit and sanded everything smooth. Keep in mind, this type of small touch-ups will make your item stand out. To patch up all the nail holes and imperfections, I used pink dry deck spackling. Super easy to work with, easy to sand, and perfect for items that are going to be painted over later. And of course I will sand the whole structure. For the regular birch plywood, I will use 120 grit sandpaper and then finish with 150. And for the bendable plywood, it's a little different. Since the bendable plywood is softer wood, I will start with 150 grit sandpaper and finish it off with 220 grit sandpaper. The last step is attaching the base, and this step is optional. If you like your arch like this, you are done. But I like to attach the bottom plate for extra stability. I cut a rectangular piece to size with the hole in the middle, so I have less surface to stabilize the arch. I'm gonna put it on glue, make sure it's staying in place. I will add some nails and then reinforce it with a few screws. Finally, I brought both halves together. I will align them as perfect as possible and clamp them together with some woodworking clamps to make sure it stays in place while I'm gonna drill holes in the middle to tie those 2 halves together. I will drill 2 at the top and 2 at the bottom and secure everything with bolts and threaded knobs. And that's it. The arch is done and it looks beautiful. If you enjoyed this project and want to dive even deeper, I have created a detailed layered arch mini course that goes further than this video. Inside the course you will get 8 detailed step-by-step videos on how to build this layered arch. Exact cut list with all dimensions for this layered arch. And a whole bunch of woodworking tips that you can use with all of your next projects. You can get this course by following the link right under this video. Thank you for watching. If you found this helpful, give it a like and subscribe for more woodworking tutorials like this. I'll see you in the next video.